This week we have two very different looks for you. We have So Cute and we have Rock On.
So Cute is more pretty and delicate, and we have tons of embellishments, dazzles, paper towel, papers, anything you would want to go with that. And Rock On is more bold and energetic, and colorful. I can't wait to see it.
It is, and we've got lots of designs and lots of projects, so come play with us. Okay, did we say there were lots of coordinating elements?
As promised, here are a bajillion different things that go together.
Okay, we're going to sweep these aside and bring these in one by one.
Start with the So Cute paper pack.
Yes, and 12 sheets of paper, and I'm going to show you the 6 designs because you get 2 of each.
As well as the project ideas.
Right, up there and on the back, of course, because that's hot off the press.
That's right.
Now, the first one, as you saw in the front, is this quilt pattern, and like you said, Anne, they're soft colors, just very, well, it's called So Cute because it is. And then here's the green. And what's fun is that in this quilt, you've got all the patterns that are done individually.
On the other papers, I love that.
So there we go. And a very charming, like a mini gingham.
Gingham.
And then
this is kind of embroidery stripes.
It is. It looks like it. We can get a little bit closer on this just to take advantage.
It is very delicate there.
It is. Very sweet. And then we have a little floral in the pinks.
One of my favorites.
And then another in the yellows with the pinks. So
there's cute little doily shapes around those flowers.
Oh, there are. Okay, well, let's bring in projects.
Okay.
So our first is this one, and this really takes advantage of that pattern paper. And as we get in a little bit closer, I just want to point out where they've cut right along the scallop of the quilt, and then tucked the the photograph
right under the little edge. And then these are the sewing dazzles.
Okay.
So Cute dazzles.
And that's what that looks like. So we've got the So Sweet dazzles going with it.
The You're So Sweet is part of that as well, and the little hearts in the flower there.
Yes, very, very, very sweet on those labels. And as you can see, this background paper just does a great job. Even right there, just cutting along that scalloped edge.
I made sure to kind of do something on every photo, so.
Okay, so so it doesn't have to be around all of them. It can just be along one side.
Right.
So there's one page, and I love doing the, you know, using the papers. It just works so well. And then here's the companion page, which really does a nice job of showing again the that cutting. And I loved it here where it was cut on each side.
Yeah, it kind of has that effect of, it's kind of a layered effect. It gives it more dimension when you tuck things behind this.
And in this particular one, these little mini, do you have those over there?
I do.
These mini spools are used.
Look how cute they are.
You can wrap paper around them. You can do baker's twine. You can do the ribbons.
We'll see these on a card later, too.
Yes, we will. Now, here is another page, sorry. And this is taking advantage of several things.
Yes.
One of which is the paper towel, and it's cute as a button paper towel. And
You're getting 3 different images. There's a dress form, sewing machine, and this cute little pin cushion.
And then, as always with paper towel, there are extra pieces of art. And these just punch out, and you layer them with foam tape.
Yay, so no detailed cutting.
No detailed cutting, says the woman who has to do a lot of it. And I just want to lift this so you can see that the foam tape is
put. The layers.
Yeah, but they're not real bulky.
Right.
And
they can still go in your album.
Yeah. And there's some measuring tape that is used
fun. I've never
here.
seen that before used on a page.
It's just, you know, it's a great support piece. We also have some zipper trim.
Yes.
Do you have that?
The zipper trim. I have some zipper trim.
Because you've been using it?
Yes, we've pretty much used it, but there's the brown, white, black, and pink, and then there's a new set that has this bright pink, green, and yellow, which we'll see on another card later.
Right, and that's this set is the one that's in the bundle.
Yes.
And there's also, if we go down here, there are some button dazzles, so we can get in close in that little corner. And
they're tied with some ribbon from the So Cute ribbons.
Right, and they've been backed with some of the yellow So Cute paper. And the Dazzles look like this. So we've got the black with the silver, which is so striking.
Very elegant. You can use that on almost anything.
And then the silver pearl with gold. So that's a nice look with each one.
And some shine to your page.
And we also have these gingham brads. Did I tell you we have some? Well, we just started, trust me. Now, are you going to show how to do this flower?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be delighted to.
Okay.
So once you get the package, this, I mean, yours won't look like this, but.
Yeah, yours will be tidy.
Yeah. You're going to want to just separate your zipper, and these are all 12-inch lengths.
Okay.
And then cut 5 pieces, each 3 inches long.
Okay.
Which I've already done. And then to make each petal, I've started the flower here, but to make each petal, you'll need a hot glue gun. And what you do is just glue a tiny bit right on the tip there, and then fold it like this, and press together the bottoms.
And don't burn your fingers.
Don't burn your fingers. And then to start the flower, you just take 2, overlap the bottoms and glue, and then just keep going in a spiral. So I'm going to place some glue there. Place my petal. Now this is a technique that uses the petals separately. There's also a way you can do it all in one length, which is how Lene described it in her instructions. But either way, you can create the same effect. But I find, and she said this was, after doing it, that this part was the easiest.
Okay.
The separate petals.
And then you took one of the brads and used that for the center.
You'll need something to cover that center.
Yeah, and let me bring in the companion page where there's another flower. And you can see that measuring tape. We've cut some of the papers. We've used the zipper trim. It's also as a pretty effective border. Yeah, but I think the flowers are my favorite.
They're very cute.
And there's more.
They're kind of edgy, but yet girly, you know?
They are, yeah. So it really works nicely there. We first saw them in the steampunk.
That's right.
In black, so that was fun. Now, this is a really fun idea where not the little girl things that we saw on this last page, but more a young woman who loves sewing and maybe
a budding fashion designer.
Yeah, maybe making that her career, kind of Project Runway sort of thing. Now this is using the chipboard buttons.
Yes, and here they are. They're from Maya Road, and you get plenty in there.
Yes, I think it says on the front.
30 pieces.
Yeah. So, and they're a nice size, and you can thread them with ribbon, as been done. And by the way, I need to mention that there is a coordinating ribbon set. So,
yes,
mini rick-rack. I thought it was cute that they did the twill with the cute as a button.
That is very cute.
And some of the mesh ribbon.
Whenever I work with a paper pack, I almost always use the accompanying ribbon set.
It just works. And I think having this brown stitched is really a fun extra little statement too. Again, keeping the sewing.
Kind of contrast.
It is.
And to cover these chipboard buttons, it's super easy. You just glue the paper on, turn it over so that the button is on top, and then just cut around with your X-Acto knife or with scissors. And then to punch, just use a regular hole punch. Actually, it has to be a smaller than normal size because those holes are a little small. I think it's a 1/8 punch. But
okay, the other thing you could use is a retractable pick.
That would
true.
Work. You could just poke it through.
This has got some of the little clothespin hangers.
Those are the
clothes hanger. Yeah.
I think you were thinking of paper clips.
I was. And so here again is the So Cute Dazzles and more buttons. Makes a really nice border.
I did like inserting these because you can clip them on things and they actually look like they're doing something.
It does, yes. They're having a purpose. Okay, so more to show you the paper toll. So not just scrapbook pages, but also on cards. And you can just do quite a few different things.
And it's nice because you can just use one image on your card, and that's pretty much all you need for your focal.
Yeah, it's a great focal. I like your style, and so glad you're on the mend. So it's nice to have those.
Well card. That's very cute.
Now here is another one. This is a 5-inch square card, and it too is using, now in this case, the wood buttons.
Wooden buttons.
Right here. See, we've pulled out everything.
Yes.
Thank you, Maya Road, because they make a lot of neat things for this. I loved how this became a banner between the two spools.
And there's the spools again, and this time she's painted them pink.
Yes, so that works really nicely. And on the inside, hope you're having a great day. So just a sweet.
So cute how she kind of distressed this little banner. It makes me think of an old-fashioned scroll.
It does, doesn't it? And this is one of the templates. It will tell you in the directions. Now we do have quite a spectacular album that Anne's going to bring in, and this has everything on it.
This is everything and everything.
This is an 8x8. This is the Sarah Surface album, so it comes as a craft color, so then you can embellish away.
Yes, and this is actually using many things. Okay, so do you want to start in the first square?
Well, the first thing you did was you cut the squares.
Oh yeah, the background.
And stitched them together with the sewing machine.
Yes, this is using the new Sew Mini sewing machine. And I cut all these triangles and squares onto and glued them onto white cardstock, all arranged like this, and then I just sewed along all of the seams of the papers.
So that created the foundation for it.
That was my inspiration, was just like a quilt. So.
And I think you've pulled that off beautifully. And then you went about embellishing. So of course everything is using the So Cute papers, but then
the blue pieces on here are actually chipboard. They start this color, and I sprayed them with our new Glimmer Mist.
Okay.
And it's a pretty blue, and that just covered them super easily, and they have a pretty little sheen on them.
Yeah, I can see that.
These little heart hangers are here. Those are the Maya Road hangers.
And I like how you've got them hanging from each other.
Yeah. And then we've got these little blingy things that are called sparklets.
Right.
And they're from Kaisercraft, and they're super pretty.
And we'll show you that later, but we've also got another of the clothes hangers right there. Fun to be holding that.
And the
title.
Little sign is hanging from there. So many memories.
Now you have done some decorating.
Yes, I've done a little bit of my own fashion design.
Yes, you have.
Dressing up these little dress forms, and it's fun because the paper actually lends itself to the shape of the dress.
It really did, didn't it?
And then just wrapping some tiny ribbons across it and adding some embellishments. This one was really fun because I got to use the Lace and Doilies Dazzles to actually make a collar, belt, and hem of the dress.
Very cute. And speaking of which, there is another clip that's a dress form.
Those are super cute. And these are actually functional paper clips as well, so you can use them.
Very neat. And then more in that collection of the chipboard from Maya Road, the scissors, you can see.
The spool and the fun little trinket pins. So these have a button and a butterfly on them.
And the button ones are part of the bundle for this webisode.
And then the sewing machine has more butterfly trinket pins, and it was covered with just one sheet of paper because the brown border comes on the paper.
Oh, excellent. Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that. And your border here is also the Lace and Doilies Dazzles, which I think is just a perfect accompaniment to it.
They go really well with those papers.
This is quite a spectacular. We're not done.
That's not all.
There is another flower, another card here, and everything has been kind of related to sewing, and that works really well, but I think it's nice to know that there are other things you can do. So
you don't have to do sewing.
No, and so this has a beautiful label, and these are the flowers out of the zippers.
Yeah, and this is a little bit different style of zipper flower, but it is very easy to do. It's just how it looks.
You just coil it.
Yeah, you coil and glue. Every inch or so you add more glue and just pinch together the non-zippered parts.
Okay.
So creates that beautiful coil.
And then on the inside, you use them again as a border treatment. And just as going along with it, doesn't have to be sewing. This is a little Flower Soft card topper. And I thought it was really sweet with the papers and then the stamp. And this is from the Heartfelt Greetings, You Can Lean on Me.
I love how the Flower Soft creates that kind of fuzzy texture on those little bears.
A nice job. Okay, I think we've shown everything for So Cute. Now we're going to move into Rock On.
Stay tuned.
I don't know why, but every time I say this, I have to do it rock on. Just
rock on.
Needs that energy to it. And here's the package. And of course, there are ideas on both sides. But let me just show you the papers. Here is the top paper. And
this is very different from anything we've ever done.
it is very different and very fun. I love the energy behind this. Will you hand me that other sheet? And I just want to show how these can play together. So you can do them like this, which I think this explosion in the middle is very fun.
Looks galactic.
It does, doesn't it? But I also love this swirl that you can get. And I
got the Milky Way there.
Yeah, and I don't know that you would really kind of see that all by itself. So there's just some fun things going on that I want to make sure you see.
Let's see the papers.
Okay, so we'll have this, and we also have this red, and I love that it's not just a plain red, that there's stuff going on.
There's lots of texture on there.
There is. And we have a border, so it's got that with this gray, and it's got a lot of distressing.
I can imagine all sorts of themes working with this, not only masculine, but like athletics, sports, superhero.
Very much. It's nice to have something that can go masculine too, since we've done our very feminine.
Because 90%, let's admit it, it is feminine.
So this is really, again, a lot of energy, a lot of fun. And then we've got the red stars.
So lots of stars and fun sort of dot patterns.
And texture, so we've got multiple things going on.
Very earthy in the green and blue.
So let's see what you can do.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we'll show you the things that coordinate with it as we come up to them, and we're here.
And we're here.
So you can see the foil. This is shooting stars.
Shooting stars paper towel. Let me just wiggle it for you so you can see the shine.
It's beautiful.
I love the etching on there. So there are 3 different images on here.
And actually, while you have that, you've got that blank one so that you can stamp on it, you can write, in this case, it says you're the star. And they've done something really fun, I think, by putting the new
fireworks dazzles.
Right, so what do they look like? More shine.
So here they are. And glittery, glittery. So this Celebrate is fun because you can use the outer Celebrate and there's an inner Celebrate. So that's double use.
And those borders and all those fireworks showing.
Right.
And what has been done here?
So did you do this one? Cut this in half. And, I cut the large one in half and then just kind of tucked it behind.
So you cut the large firework dazzle in half.
Yes.
Okay. So you can let that. So it's very fun.
And then the frame around this photo is made from the ribbon set, the rock-on ribbon set. So I just stuck that down, I think, with the zips or glue stick.
You love the zips. Now this is a wider ribbon. Actually, we should bring it in. Here's the ribbon set. And it has, as you would expect, the rickrack, dots, but this fun...
This is so cool.
This kind of mesh, isn't it?
Yeah, it reminds me of Spider-Man for some reason.
Oh, does it? And all kinds of others, but with pennants and banners so popular, I love what you did with it.
Thank you.
So using that, and then this is the longer of the paper towel.
Right. And this one I matted on white so that it would kind of stand out from this dark blue background, which helped out a lot. And then just added a little bow on there.
And then these are from the fireworks dazzles.
Yes,
so that
lots of little explosions, stars, and little rockets on that one.
Very fun. And this, as you can see, is an athletic starting very early. Now we have another look going into music, which I think is also fun. Again, just a lot of fun, a lot of play. And the red has, let's see, let me show you the companion page. So this has the music dazzles.
I love the holographic star paper there.
Isn't that fun? And this star is done with our star template.
Yes.
And so that spans that double page spread.
Right.
Very fun. And again, you can see.
So this arrangement has the corners with the embellishment. So it just shows you the versatility.
Works really well. Now for another look, you want to pull that away. Here is a very patriotic.
Yes.
And the ribbons and the holographic paper have been cut into strips.
I love that. And then you can see those sparkly stars are our silver glitter star dazzles.
Right.
And these have how many on them?
There are 318.
318, so don't worry about running out.
And so you can see how that, again, is just that explosion part is
I love
fun.
the mixture of different materials. We've got ribbon strips, cardstock strips and then the holographic star strips all mixed together.
She's done 2 photos with 2 between them and has done that same treatment on each one.
Very fun.
And in this case, so we'll back up and show you the companion page, using that border very effectively, kind of to sandwich and bookend
I love how
those
she's
pages.
kept it kind of in the center of the
Kind of looks like a
page.
parade, doesn't it?
You're right.
She's doing a 4th of July parade.
And the music dazzles do go very nicely.
They do. Now, is it only for scrapbooking, you might ask? And the answer is no. So here we have a card. Again, I think it's really fun to see these 12 by 12s scaled down.
Right, and the border just works so nicely.
It does. And here we've got our shooting stars again. You're the star, ribbon wrapped around.
Fun for a birthday, or could be congratulations.
Very much so. It's just great. Now, this is the one you were talking about, that Celebrate and how it can be used. So
this is where I colored in with the Spectrum Noir pen.
Aha, that's why you brought them.
Right. So this is the Celebrate, like I told you before, on the fireworks. There it is. So the outer one I stuck down here on white cardstock, and then just took the blue Spectrum Noir pens. Might as well show you what they look like. So here's the set.
I should tell you, Anne brought them to tape this, and she wasn't sure why. Now she knows.
Gave away my secret. Okay, so I think it was, and they're double tipped, so you got the fine tip, and you can just go in really easily and color that in.
It works really well.
And then you can use on the inside the remaining inner letters to spell out Celebrate.
You know, and if that doesn't look like a very happy birthday card, I don't know what does. It's
I love
just
that
great.
firework. It's just very exciting looking.
We do have a couple more to show you. This is using kind of a surprise with the 3D dazzles, the star dazzles.
I haven't seen those in a while.
Right.
Those are so fun. They add so much dimension to them.
And the baker's twine down here, and then this is the birthday greetings.
And then they've got the metallic silver pearls, and those are self-adhesive too.
Very nice. One more, and this is using, again, an old favorite. So it's kind of neat to pair the brand new papers with some older products.
And this is our silver metallic paper, which comes in 12 by 12 sheets.
And this is a paperweight, so it's a little more flexible than...
Yes, it's flexible. It's very metallic.
Very metallic.
And shimmery. Okay, so this is what I use to create that textures. This is the diamond corrugator.
Right.
So to use this, you just kind of open it up here, stick in your appropriate size of paper. I usually say to keep it to the left side.
Okay.
Oops. You have to make sure
Can I do something?
you have to make sure the paper is not falling through before you close it. And then you just start cranking out the paper.
Right. So this is a easy embossing.
Yes.
And then what Anne did is you antiqued it?
Yes, I kind of took a cosmetic sponge, dabbed it in my StazOn, and just lightly sponged over the diamonds to get kind of a weathered effect on there.
It does a great job, and it works beautifully with the rock-on paper.
And you can use the corrugator both ways, so you can put the paper through this way, or if you put it through this way, then it'll have that kind of raised lines, whereas this side has raised diamonds.
So this is debossed, and the other side is embossed. Okay, so whether you like So Cute or you like rock-on, we're here for you.